Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Yasharallah. Call her Lord and Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth, so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwathium that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." All right. So the Most High called his people who would rather do their own thing and follow the heathen nations around them, mainly Babylon the Great, especially in these times. Most High said, "You will remain in the congregation of the dead." And this devil has a plan to override the computer that the Most High created, all right, called the human body. All right, so I'm gonna let this thing play. Hold up, right quick.
Nostradamus was born in the 16th century and was famous for his prophecies and predictions. Some people think he was right about Hitler and World War II, and now people are worried that he may have been right about a zombie apocalypse. He predicted that in 2021, zombies would start roaming the street, and now the CDC isn't taking any chances at all, and they're putting together guidelines for a zombie apocalypse. The CDC says the first thing you need to do is prepare an emergency kit with food, water, and other emergency supplies. Then they say you should create an emergency plan, including a meetup spot for your family if you guys are separated. The CDC says they would handle a zombie invasion like they do any other pandemic, tracking cases, doing testing, and all that sort of thing. They do have more information if you're worried about a zombie apocalypse on their website, cdc.gov. At the CBS 17 Digital Desk, I'm digital reporter Judith Rantana.
All right, so there you have it, man. Zombie apocalypse, CDC. You know what I'm saying? They got you prepped up for it. They got you prepped up for it because they know this stuff real. All right, but us operating in the spiritual eye, we looking at it from a different aspect because we see it in script. All right, so this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, and verse 15. It says, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." All right, so the Father is saying, the individuals that are not operating spiritually, they can't see what's going on, right? Because they've made a covenant with death, meaning they trust in this world. This world, which is the valley of the shadow of death. What does death come from? Sin, right? So if the wages of sin is death, this is the place that promotes it the most, right? And script just said, saying as though his people love making covenants with death, and every time they make a covenant with death, they say, well, ain't nothing gonna happen to us, right? If they do got an issue with some people, it's gonna be the folk that's not agreeing with what they saying. So whatever it is they got planned, it's not gonna happen to us. It's gonna bypass us. But the Father said, you making lies your refuge when you do so. Right? Like I just read in the book of Proverbs 21. If you don't get your spirit right, you will remain in the congregation of the dead. And it's levels to death. It's levels to hell. Right? As far as levels to death, man, when we die, our body don't actually, well, we don't really die. This vessel, has an expiration date, but energy don't die. And that's what we are for real. We spirits. right? So it's levels to everything, bro. And the Most High is going to allow a certain amount of wickedness to happen on this earth, depending on however wicked you are, however involved with wickedness you are, right? The Most High is going to allow that wickedness to overtake you so that when that time comes, he's going to see you as the wicked and you will be punished as the wicked, right? So, let me see. Let me go to the book of, go to 2nd Ezra. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. And verse 23. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid." Right? It says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." Right? Whatever this event that's going to happen, it's going to stop the world. Everything going to stop. Right? I can think of a few things that can stop the world. An EMP attack. An EMP attack will shut everything down. Right? And if something like that were to happen, it ain't like there would be no power anywhere. There would be a source of power. Right? But it's all on who has it and why they have it. Right? Them 1%ers, they been prepping up for this stuff, man. They been prepping up for it. They underground, man. They in bunkers. You don't see them no more. Right? Because they know what's up. Because, hey, they the ones who got their hands on the button. Right? But ultimately, it's Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. Right? Let me see. We'll go to the book of, go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 28 and 18. Right? Because ultimately, the Most High is the one that's behind it all. The Most High is the Most High of good and evil. So it behooves us to be on the side of righteousness when that time comes. But you can't just jump on that bandwagon when it comes. The Father said, "I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me." You got to get it in before so that he can have your back when you're going into the trouble. Right? So it says in Isaiah 28:18, "And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it." The Most High is going to allow it to overcome you. Right? Now, I've seen several films that kind of sort of suggest to a certain thing, such as the film Cell, right? Kingsman, the one with Sam Jackson in it, right? The Bell Code Experiment, right? It's several films on the topic, all right? And of course, you know, you got the Walking Dead thing, but several films on the topic, right? Let me see. Let me go to the book of go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, woe meaning death and destruction. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. That word sedition means insurrection. All right, rebellion. All right, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. The Most High is going to unleash evil on this earth, and Esau is going to have a hand at it. All right? Because if you read Revelation 16:2, something happens to individuals who give their lives over, who give their souls over, who give their spirit over, or try to give their spirit over to evil, to wickedness. Right? Let me see. I'm gonna go to the book of I stay in this book. I'm gonna go to chapter 6 and verse 25. All right, it says, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Right? This is speaking about the end of the world. Like the reporter said at the beginning of the video, a zombie apocalypse. Anytime you hear apocalypse, that means the end. They know what time it is, man. They know what time it is. They know they dealing with sheep. That's why they really calling you zombies for real. Because they know your mind gone. And that's really what Script's saying. Your mind is gone if you're not trying to follow your power, man. That's your help. That's your everything. So if you're not trying to find your power, man, your mind is gone. All right? What zombies be asking for all the times in the movies and stuff? Brains, man. Brains. They want to eat brains. They let you know, man. These folk be letting you know. But you got to just peep what they say. Peep how they do. Peep their history. Understand who these individuals are that's residing over you, man. All right? So it said, I'm going to read that again. 2 Ezra 6:25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Now, that end of the world ain't speaking about no more earth. It's speaking about the end of a wicked ass rulership that has been ruling for so long. Right? For so long. Way past. This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Our kingdom, man. But before our kingdom come, this world gonna see pure D hell. Right? All that stuff you've been seeing in the movies, I mean all of it, all that horror movie stuff, you gonna see that in real life, real time, man. Right? Real life, real time. All them action hero movies where you see villages of people just getting destroyed by bombs, by military, by people just wilding out. You are going to see that. Right? And the people that haven't been connected to the Father are going to be totally surprised when it happens, because they believe that this world is this world and everything is just going to go along just how it is, it just may change power structures a bit. But when them power structures change a bit, that still ain't gonna really change nothing. You still gonna be living your life, working your jobs and going to the clubs or whatever it is you do. It's just somebody else gonna be in control, and you don't even understand that ain't how control works. World powers don't just ease to another individual. No. World powers come from war and destruction. Then after the war and destruction comes rebuilding. Facts. And this place is done. Alright, so let me go and get out this thing for this phone cut off. Alright, so Most High willing, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Halom Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harokakwadash. Shalom Yashala. Shalom.